just wanted to share my beautiful fire with you so that you can feel the warmth of the hearth and connect with the beautiful source energy, love and light. Really is nothing like a real fire. The heat is like being in the sun. Ooh. The smell, so gorgeous and natural. You often do like I do and see pictures and images in the fire. Do you know that's where my name came from, Dancing Flame? I used to do Gabriel Ross 5 rhythm dancing. I had a lovely peer group in Nottingham. My children were only really young, I used to take them with me. And it was a great social group. We went to Ireland together in a minibus, and I used to do these fires in the woods where I'd go out early with the kids before dark, and I'd light the path with candles in little jars. And we'd go deep into the woods in a little hollow. I thought of it like that, with a piece of the woods that was just like that. It would hold you in its hand. It would have the fire in the middle and the trees on the outside. And we kind of had a unspoken telephone network thing where I'd ring 3 or 4 people up and say, we're having a fire in the woods tonight. And I'm like, where is it? I'm like, follow the candles. Get in at the colic entrance by the railway track. And then me and the kids would go on up and light the candles, get the fire going. And people would bring different things. I'd take drums, and we'd do singing and drumming by the fire. And Chris Love, he'd go out into the woods and he'd hear all this banging and thrashing around as he was whacking dead trees onto tree stumps, and he'd come back with loads of lovely big dry logs. Sometimes we'd, that one was a flyer. Sometimes we'd sit in circle and we'd each turn round to face each other's back, and we'd massage the shoulders and the back of the person in front whilst ours was being massaged all around the circle. And Chris Love used to bring popcorn, cook popcorn on the fire. It's lovely. They used to bring sleeping bags and roll mats, and the kids were only young. I was a single parent with 2 kids, a boy and a girl. And they'd just curl up in their bags and sleep next to the fire whilst we were all talking and singing and sharing. So lovely being by a fire. And when we think about fire, it is releasing the sun's energy, that energy that has been utilized by the trees. Just been listening to an interview by Vida Austin where she explains how phenomenal water is actually. How it has 4 states and it expands when it's frozen and it can travel up against gravity, up trees. And remembering that we have water in the air as well. And water in our bodies. And we know that water is sensitive and responds to our intentions and sounds and words. So check out vidaaustin.com. What she does, I mean, she's just a mum, but she's taken her studies to a whole new level. She gets a glass petri dish, like you have in labs, and she'll put just a small amount of water in there and freezes it for 5 minutes and 20 seconds until there's still water on the top and crystals, frozen water underneath. And before the water's frozen, she might expose it to a picture or a thought or some sounds. And very often, when the crystals come back, you quickly hold it up to the light and take a photo with your phone. And they form incredible images. And water can communicate with us. So you can ask it a question and it'll give you a visual answer, because we're so thick, it can't, you know, that's the only way you can communicate with us, really. That's the only language we understand, really. So, for example, she was missing her mum, and she wanted to communicate with her mum, and her mum had died, but she used to live in Japan, and they used to write to each other, and her mum would always finish the letter by trying to draw a circle. Apparently she wasn't very good at drawing circles, but she'd always try and draw a circle with a heart inside. And when she said to the water before she froze it, can you connect with my mum? The crystals came back with this very wobbly circle with a heart inside of it. So anyway, I could go on relentlessly about my fascination and the importance of water. But right now, this heat is so gorgeous and so connecting. Anyway, I was going to tell you about my name, wasn't I? Dancing Flame. So yeah, I was doing 5 rhythm dancing, which is a way of expressing and releasing and connecting with thoughts and emotions and listening to your body and expressing yourself through movement and a particular set format, the 5 rhythms, which I won't go into, but it's very it's improvisational and expressive. And I've always obviously been very motherly, mothered everyone. That's in my nature. I get a lot of pleasure from caring and giving and making people happy whenever I can. And I had a big house, and often I used to rent rooms out or have friends come and stay, and always had a real fire. Always had to knock one of these fireplaces out. Always had to have a real fire. Love fire. Always have to. And anyway, a lovely young shaman friend who changed her name to Deceased, funny enough, because she's deceased now. She always used to have issues. She found it difficult to do 5 rhythm dancing because she had issues with her body. I think she was anorexic actually, and so her body didn't have the energy and wasn't able to do the dancing that she wanted. But she was a phenomenal woman, spiritual woman in many, many ways. And as we were sitting by my fire, very often I used to have friends come round and we'd do massage exchanges, or because I was a single parent and I couldn't get out, I used to invite people round for a meal and a massage. So that's so valuable when you're a single parent and you're just giving out all the time. It's so nice to have real time where you can have adult talk and real loving but non-sexual connections. So so we were sitting by the fire and talking, and it was an old-fashioned house, and it had like a bent bit there. It wasn't like as it goes up the chimney, and so you'd get all these cinders and soot sort of on there. And my nan said that when she was a little girl, that's how they cleaned their teeth in the morning. They would get the soot out, get the black bit on their teeth, and they would rub their teeth and clean them with that. And funnily enough, I use charcoal now a lot to clean my teeth with as well. So I digress. I'm going to do a lot of that because this is fireside talk, isn't it? Where you just allow yourself to meander through thoughts, and obviously there isn't anyone else here to direct me and keep me on track. So we were looking at the fire, and you know sometimes how the fire catches the cinders and it kind of makes patterns, like little red pattern images. And it made this image of I actually kind of incorporated into my signature of Ronnie. It was a dancing flame. So it was like a stick figure with a head and 2 arms and big legs open, jumping over the fire. And she said to me, she said, that's you. I'm like, what do you mean, that figure there, like jumping over the fire? She said, no, it's you, you're dancing flame. I'm like, what do you mean you're dancing flame? We'd both done quite a lot of Native American connecting workshops and stuff as well. And she said, it's your medicine name, your dancing flame. I'm like, oh, okay. That's like, it's quite massive. You know, it's like, whoa. And you know, as I say, she's a shaman and dancing flame. I'm like, wow, okay. I've got a medicine name. So so your medicine name is like your earth walk. It's your purpose. It's the reason you're here. And so I thought, well, wow, dancing flame. Oh, that's great, because I love dancing. It must be me. I'm a dancing flame. Yeah. And I did have a lot of energy. You know, I've recently discovered that there's a high probability that I've got ADHD. So, you know, I'm always on the go. No one could believe how much energy I have and everything. But I was a single parent, you know, I needed it. I had to do everything. But I have always been fortunate. I've got a lot of energy and a lot of creativity, you know, a lot of creative ideas as well. So there we go. So Dancing Flame. So it took me many years to really embrace and to learn what my mission and Dancing Flame really meant, because it wasn't about me dancing. It was about me creating spaces and opportunities and being in situations and workshops where I'm holding or leading a space for other people's flame to dance. That's what Ronnie Dancing Flame is. Ronnie is the one that lights other people's flames and allows them to dance in many, many ways. So many ways. Through my drumming, through the affirmations and the connections that I have with children, through the rainbow songs that I share. Got another circle next Monday, actually. A little plug there. It's the last one for the year at Bleeding Coronation Hall. I'll be there with beautiful people sharing from a heart space in circle with drumming, sadly no fire, but singing affirmations, connecting us with the elements. So I create and I hold spaces for other people's flames to dance. So I should sing you a song, really. Sing you a song about the fire. Fire child sing, fire child dance, fire child you be mine. Fire child sing, fire child dance, fire child you be mine. Light streaming, life streaming, watching the fire child grow. It is only spring water, structured spring water. Life streaming, watching the fire child grow. Fire child sing, fire child dance, fire child you'll be mine. Fire child sing, fire child dance, fire child you'll be mine. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, fire my spirit. Very Sagittarian, isn't it? To want to load it. But it's really cold. It's been like 3 degrees all day. I've been out in the Taunton Farmers Market wearing my duvet coat and my knitted dress and 2 other things underneath, and my thermal tights and my thermal undies and my woolly socks and my leatherette trousers and all my knitted snoods and lovely knitted stuff that I make, and it was still freezing, totally freezing, and the wind was blowing bitterly. It's quite exhausting, so it's so refreshing to feel the heat from the flames. I'll be quiet now for a bit so so you can hear the roaring of the fire. There's a hand in there. It's just in there. Oh, it just fell over. It's not a hand anymore. It had all the fingers on it. It was like that. There's a hand like that. What can you see? So lovely. I'm finding looking at my phone really hurts my eyes now. It's so nice. Looking at natural light. And these colours have been reflected everywhere recently. The skies have been so gorgeous. The sunsets, the sunrises, the autumn coloured leaves. Just so amazing. These orange and yellows and browns. So connecting and earthing and glorious. So I've been inspired to work with these colours and with wood. And the crystal jewellery I've been making. I've been working with tiger's eye and different types of wood, fir wood and some incredible wood with really lovely grains that just complements the tiger's eye completely. And then I just thought, no, I need the amber. So I had tiger's eye, amber, citrine, which is just like the sun, and the amber is the sap from the ancient trees in the beginning of time, over 40 billion years ago. And here I am holding this amber and threading it with the wood and the tiger's eye and the citrine. It's so lovely connecting with all these natural ancestral things and just receiving those messages of nurturing and connection. We are all connected, we are all one. And so I have a new name actually. I haven't really been using it yet. But my new name is Rose Gold. I've been told. So rose is the highest vibration of love, unconditional love. And gold, wow, Oh, gold is phenomenal. I know all sorts of things about gold which I probably shouldn't share. About how and why it was mined in South Africa by our ancestors and what it was used for in its white powdered form. Wow, that's really starting to look like a totem pole, but also a kind of candle. Can you see the flame at the top? Just looks like a candle flame. So yes, so now I have a new name and I need to work with a new meaning. Rose gold. And also I've been told that my latest mission, purpose, whatever I want to call it, is to be the crystal mouthpiece for the crystal children. So I'm still discovering what that is. But strangely enough, I mean, you know, decades and decades I've been working with sound and crystals. I trained as a crystal healer when my kids were very little, actually. I've worked with crystals for many years. And when we stopped travelling and I settled in a place called December Barn, which was next to a meditation centre in Japanese gardens in Lincolnshire, I turned my ambulance that used to be our home into a crystal shop. And I used to make crystal jewellery. And now I'm doing it again. And that I hadn't expected that at all. Because I thought I would continue with my vibrational work, with doing the sound healing that I've been doing for so many years. I've been working with a sound academy as well. Created an online school called the Vibe Academy, working with 3 to 6 year olds initially. And I thought I would be, you know, I've got tuning forks to play and experiment with, and you know, I've been using the alchemy quartz crystal singing bowls, and I'm sure if you look on my YouTube channel, which is still Ronnie Dancing Flame without an E, Ronnie without an E, I thought that's where I would be going, but no. The universe has given me a new role. So I now have my crystal stall and I'm working with crystals again, right in the centre of Taunton, on the ley line, next to, very close to the beacon of light there that we've been doing a lot of work to clear. So I'm there every Thursday morning, spraying love, spreading crystals, helping people to work through health issues, nurturing, hugging. And also I'm still working part-time with under sixes now as well. I spent years working with teenagers and kind of working my age back down to littlies again, which is great. Actually the same age as my grandkids as well, which is lovely. Or 2 of them anyway. And I get to work with the non-verbal, very special needs ones, which means I'm out in nature a lot. We've got a gorgeous garden as well, huge big walnut tree and chestnut tree right on, it's surrounded by a park with just like trees and grass, and then our own little nature reserve where I've built a sensory garden previously with all herbs in and raspberry plants, and then I built a living willow dome as well, so we've got an outdoor classroom now in this living willow, which they call a wigloo because it's like an igloo and it's willow, so it's a wigloo. So yeah, so I'm working with kids, and I always wear, you know, my crystal bracelets and stuff, and often I'll hug them, and then when I hug them, they're getting rose quartz, they're getting hematite, I've got a little clear quartz pyramid that I wear, and that helps to calm them down. And sometimes they even grab it off me. They particularly like the magnetic hematite one. They love playing with that. So I'm now the crystal mouthpiece for the crystal children. It's interesting, isn't it, how life unfolds in ways we haven't expected. It's lovely sharing this time with you. Thank you for joining me. Maybe I'll do more of these little fireside chats. Send me your comments, your thumbs up. Let me know what you think, if you want any more of my little rambling fireside thoughts, or if you'd just like me to have the fire on and not talk and just play the bowls, and then you can be getting the alchemy bowls and the fire at the same time. I just want to sit on top of the fire right now though, because I've been so cold all day. This is so lush. You see, I've still got my big thick woolly jumper on and my fleece. I've been a very good girl. I've had lots of spirulina today, trying to keep the colds away. Lots of fresh coriander, try and detox, cucumber. But I completely failed with the wheat and cheese, okay? Okay, I did dairy and wheat today, whereas the rest of the week I've been pretty good actually. But I'm right next to the Common Loaf Bakery, this lovely community of people who make the most amazing things. And one of the things that I have to have now every Thursday morning at the farmer's market is this. They call it a cheese and onion swirl. It's like this big. Oops, sorry, Axe. Stick you back there. It's like that big, and it's literally, they must get the dough, I reckon, and load it with cheese and onion, and then roll it up into like a big Swiss roll, and then cut it like that. So you're getting this slab of a swirl with cheese and onion in. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. It's wholemeal bread as well, sourdough bread, so good. And I'm like, I put it off as long as I can, and then as soon as they don't have a queue, and it's about 10:30, 11, and I've been there since 7:30, and normally before a market I'm up till 2 in the morning trying to get everything made up, all the orders and the displays, and get everything. Labelling takes so long, you wouldn't believe. Load up and everything. So I'm ready for it, and I deserve it. This gorgeousness made with love. Big cheese and onion swirl. So okay, I had dairy and I had wheat. I don't know what I was talking about. Anyway, I've been quite good otherwise. Most of the week, really, been pretty good. Drinking lots of structured water. And what I do to get the spirulina down me, and basically I just love this now. I've got this little tiny red pot, like a little Le Creuset pot. And I've got this really lovely runny tahini from an Indian supermarket in Nottingham. So I'm only going to Nottingham once a month now. I have to get 2 pots when I go up, because I'm just loving this recipe that I have, which is tahini with cider vinegar and aminos I put in. It's like soy sauce, but it's living live aminos, and some lovely sea salt, Himalayan rock salt or something like that, and yeast flakes, nooch my daughter calls it, yeast flakes, and what else? Spirulina I put in, spirulina, and what else do I put in there? It's pretty much it. Sometimes I'll put some garlic in there, or garlic granules or something. Lemon juice always goes on. Oh, I'll tell you what else I've got. Nano clay. I put nano clay in there. That's really good at absorbing toxins. That's good. I put that in there. So I got this kind of little health mix with lots of B-vits in from the yeast and the tahini and then I've got the spirulina, the cider vinegar, the nano clay, the lemon juice, and it's really it's like a green cheesy pate, you know. So so then I just like I'll get dollops of it because it's so gorgeous and delicious, and then I'll just like have that with stuff. So I had it with baked potato tonight. And raw onion, I can't get enough of it at the minute as well. I'm loving raw onion. So there you go. Right. I kind of need a wee now. So I'm going to have to love you and leave you. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Stay warm, stay connected, keep your hearth fire burning inside. Oops, my yurt roof.